This is an unexplained story, but true, of a ghost standing in the road one night. And it happened about 3 miles from Cumberland Gap, east of Cumberland Gap, going towards Ewing, Virginia, before they got the new 4-lane built, in an area called Gibson Station, Virginia. It's right on the borderline between Virginia and Tennessee. And it was on the original Wilderness Road before they'd been working on building a new 4-lane, and this is before they completed it. Happened right next to a ball cemetery. And a few hundred yards down the road from there was a popular place called Montgomery's Grocery. And across the street from that is an old early 1800s plantation home called the Colson House. This place is said to be haunted, but that's another story. Now, this story was told by my father. He's a retired coal miner. He'd just retired. And he was a real religious man. And this was witnessed by my father, which is no longer with us. But it was witnessed by him and a close family member one night. Now, this happened on a late fall night in 1992, between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. They was coming home from Minisboro from a Wednesday night prayer meeting. And they crisscrossing across the construction site. They building this new highway 58, and they got onto a section of road here that's never going to be touched. It's the old originals road. And as they come across the curve, they, just suddenly upon something. They didn't know what it was, so they thought something's in the road. And when they got stopped, come to their senses here, looked at each other. What did we just see? What was that? Thought that was somebody in the road, but it was just a misty cloud that looked like a person, and they went right through it. Didn't feel nothing hit nothing, feel anything. So they drove around up and down the road here a few times to see if they'd hit anything. Got out and looked around, nothing to be found, nothing. But the funny thing about it is, what they hit wasn't standing in the road. It was sitting Indian style in the middle of the road. A woman in a white dress with long hair. So, still, that was so puzzling. So they just lived a couple miles on home there and went on home. The next day, they got up and went down here and went to Montgomery's store here, asking, looking around at anything, and come to find out that's the same story that people has told them at that store over time of the same thing that's been happening. This is nothing new. It was kind of puzzling, but it looked so real. This ball cemetery is said to be in the late 1700s, early 1800s, back when they settled this wild country, right here on the old original Wilderness Road. Hundreds of graves here, and 90% of them are not marked, no headstone, no nothing, but you can tell they're graves. Look here. A few of them are marked, and they're in the 1800s. A lot of them. Peaceful place here during the day. Don't know what it's like at night. But there's just so many people here. They gotta be hundreds here, but all you see is indentions in the ground. History gone by. This is an old pioneer graveyard. People that settled this country. Seen a lot of history. Well, I want to thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little story. And this is said to be true. So, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.